I like to plant flowers that bloom year after year without much effort. And all the bulbous flowering plants come in that category. Hi, this is Ruchi, and today we'll talk about growing Freesia from bulbs. By the way, you may have noticed that I not only talk about how to grow plants, but I actually show you the progress of plants all along. And because of that reason, it takes me months to prepare a video. For example, to prepare this video, it took me nearly 9 months. But I think it is important because I want to show you the plants at every stage so that when you do the planting, you can relate to what you saw in this video. Freesia is a perennial plant in zones 9 to 11. You plant them once and they keep coming back year after year. So I'm in zone 9, and in zone 9 they bloom in early spring. So this is fall, and I'm going to plant the Freesia bulbs today. If you are in zone 9 or above, you can plant them in late summer or early fall, and they'll bloom the following spring. But if you are in cooler zones, you don't want to plant them and leave them in the ground in winters because the ground will freeze. So if you're planting them in container, you can plant them in late summer or early fall and then bring the container inside when it starts to become cold. But if you were planting them outdoors in cooler zones, then you should plant them in early spring so that you will get the blooms in summers. So planting the bulbs is typical. You put the pointed side up, bury it about 2 to 3 times the size of the bulb. Deeper the better, and I'll show you later in the video what happened to my bulbs which I didn't bury deeper. The soil should be loose because the bulbs need space to grow, and you want to choose a sunny location to partial shade because for flowers to bloom they require sun. So partial shade is okay, but otherwise they like sunny location, and of course the soil should be well draining. You want to start with rich soil, so add some compost in it right from the beginning so that your plants get enough nutrition. Water the bulbs after you have planted them and keep watering them every week. Once a week is enough, and within 4 to 6 weeks you will see the plants growing. Keep watering them once a week. In winters you may not see much growth because that's not the period when these plants grow, but late winter you will start to see some growth and you will see the flower buds appearing. By the way, these plants are not frost hardy, so when I planted them here, in the winter time I covered it with a plastic wrap so that the plants are saved. I had another planter which I did not protect, and that's where the plants did not survive. So you want to make sure that they are protected from frost. So towards the late winter or early spring you will start to see the flower stalks, and then slowly the buds will start to separate from the flower stalk and you will see the flowers coming up. Now you can see that my flowers are blooming, but the plants are a little flattened out because I did not bury the bulbs deep enough. But after the season is over, I'm going to add more soil to the bed, so hopefully next year they will be upright. You can also give them some support using some stake or something. So once the flowers start to bloom, you just enjoy. They make excellent cut flowers too, so you can cut them and keep them indoors at least for 5 days. They will stay fresh. Once the flowers are spent, you cut off the flower stalk. Leave the foliage as is. because you want the plants to make energy and store energy, but you don't want the energy to go in making seeds. So you want to cut off the flower stalk but leave the foliage. So slowly, leaves will make energy and they'll store it in the bulbs. You can also start fertilizing your bulbs at this time, maybe once in 2 weeks, with a phosphorus rich fertilizer that will store more energy in the bulbs for the next season. Keep watering it once a week or as required. Slowly, the foliage will start to die down, and at that time you can cut off the foliage and you can stop watering it. And then if you are in zone 9 or above, you don't need to do anything. In next fall, they will start to grow again. But if you were in cooler zones, you want to dig up your bulbs and dry them off in a shaded area, and maybe in a week or 10 days later, shake off the dirt and store them in a cool place like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And then in the next season, plant them again, either in spring or fall, depending on whether you are doing it outdoors or in container. So that's about it. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. And I'll see you next time. Happy gardening. Bye.